The city never sleeps, it merely pretends to. Rain fell in sheets, washing the neon glow across the black asphalt in long, distorted streaks. I stood in the shadows of my flat. The date, October 3rd, 2025, a stark reminder on my screen. Below, London was a labyrinth of secrets, whispered deals and hidden agendas. They called it progress. They called it security. I called it a game. The board was being set without the players' consent. The clues weren't in alleyways tonight, but in the sterile glow of government servers and the encrypted chatter of the digital underground. A new era dawning, they said, to simplify our lives. I saw the chains being forged. They called it the UK Digital Identity Framework. Mandatory, a simple digital passport, access to services, banking, travel, all streamlined, a convenience. But convenience is often the bait in a well-laid trap. My investigation began with a flicker, a ghost in the machine, an anomaly, a signature that didn't belong. It pointed not to Whitehall, but to a different kind of power, a decentralized ledger, a cryptocurrency known as XPR. Absurd, illogical, and therefore the only thread worth pulling. The official narrative was polished, devoid of truth, efficiency, and protection sold to a weary public. The Queen, digital ID, powerful, versatile. The King, government behind walls of legislation. The public pawns moved without their knowledge. Corruption has a scent, even in Silicon. Data manipulated, consent manufactured. The link to XPR was the key, a cipher unlocking a more disturbing picture. Why would a system of ultimate centralization whisper of decentralization? A paradox, truth not yet illuminated. One key for every door means the key holder owns your life. A breadcrumb trail of every action, purchases, journeys, doctor's visits, comments, linked to a single immutable identity. A permanent record. The digital panopticon tracks movements, analyzes habits, predicts behavior, dissent flagged before action, trust scores quietly curtail lives, social control packaged as upgrade, a sterile tyranny where bars are lines of code. Think of the power. Who met whom, when, which transactions to flag, whose access to revoke, not to stop criminals, but to control ordinary citizens. It's the human instinct for freedom is primal. Build a cage and people seek a way out. As the UK mandates digital ID, pushing all into a monitored ecosystem, a counter-reaction is certain. People will crave autonomy, financial channels beyond the state's thumb, a system that doesn't track every penny. This is where the XPR gambit unfolds, the logical alternative. Fast, efficient, pseudo-anonymous. Tie your wallet to identity, taxes, public record, and demand for alternative surges. The value of XPR would not just rise, it would skyrocket. They enable the cage and sell the only viable escape. Create the disease, then sell the cure. Playing both sides, building the prison with one hand, holding a private key with the other. The future is a precipice. Two paths diverge in the digital fog. On one path, technology becomes our master. Digital ID, surveillance, access granted and revoked by algorithm. Life monitored, measured, managed. Originality risky. Dissent impossible. A quiet, comfortable dystopia. The other path, decentralized networks like XPR, sovereignty over data and assets, power distributed to the many. New collaboration, new finance, a new definition of privacy, turning code back on its creators. Yet most don't know the choice they're making, convenience masking a contract of silence. The clampdown may trigger mass adoption of what can undermine it, a flight to XPR born of instinct. The XPR conspiracy isn't just about money or power, it is about human autonomy. Technology is a two-edged sword. Tool for emancipation or shackle for enslavement. The line is thin, The game is afoot, the stakes higher than ever, and the conclusion unwritten. The question isn't whether we'll be watched, but whether we'll have anywhere left to hide.